In order to drum up some actual positive publicity amongst the YouTuber silencing and bizarre behavior from the CEO, Borderlands is the latest in a long line of crossovers with Epic's Fortnite dropping with the latest patch. Considering that there have been several skins sold in the Fortnite item shop over the past nearly 2 years that seem like ripoffs from that aforementioned game, it's not surprising that Epic has landed a collaboration and are selling a Psycho bundle skin with a Claptrap backpack and Psycho Buzz pickaxe. With this new theme is finally the first Rift Zone that doesn't suck in the village south of Paradise Palms, now changing to the fictitious planet Pandora with the love it or hate it cel-shaded graphics, asset swaps for chests, and the ability to generate shield while in the zone after 4 seconds of not taking any damage. For anyone that stupidly wanted FortnitexMayhem to return, unfortunately they're going to have to wait a little bit longer, but there still is a rift beacon in the Paradise Palms area which will probably activate when Pandora goes away on September 10th, right before the launch of the upcoming game, so who knows, maybe FortnitexMayhem will eventually come back after all. There's more Borderlands beepity bops that I'll get into a bit later, but there's also a new item that was released with the patch that's essentially Epic again taking another idea from its nearest competition, Apex Legends, with the Shield Bubble, a rare throwable item that lasts for 30 seconds that blocks projectiles and explosive but not bullets with a health meter of 400 HP for the emitter that will destroy the shield if it is destroyed. While it's not as powerful as Gibraltar's dome shield since it doesn't stop bullets, it does satisfy those with a bubble fetish that had their vehicle of their choice vaulted at the start of the season, which we had thought would change the competitive scene to be more watchable, and boy were we wrong. Speaking of which, there are more nerfs to the Brute after the hotfix from this past Thursday, with the Brute icon always staying on the minimap even when players are inside of the vehicle and the vehicle is moving across the map. The self-destructor timer is no longer able to be paused, and a fix for issues with the Junk Rift not destroying the Brute on impact. Also on Junk Rift fixes, players inside of indestructible buildings can no longer be damaged by the faster but more pinpoint version of the maligned airstrike item. Epic did go into detail in the last patch, but finally implemented a fix for the collateral destruction of a Chester ammo box due to harvesting the object that it's sitting atop by opening the contents of it instead of punishing the players for being dumb shit enough to destroy those givers of items, which is definitely done because of all of the brute stomping that can leave areas of the map looking like the soccer stadium Rift Zone. To make Tilted Town somewhat less shite, but still awful considering that you can't do core gameplay mechanics like building and harvesting, there are now traversable paths that connect the town to the surrounding hills so that you can actually get the fuck out as soon as possible. After the community asininely voted it back at the beginning of Season 8, the drum gun has been vaulted yet again, along with 2 Storm items, the Storm Scout Sniper Rifle, which was rendered useless by the automatic sniper, and the Storm Flip Throwable, so you can no longer troll your teammates that are below ground and can't get out of the house that they're looting. Of course, amongst all of these great things that have been added is one single solitary change that completely undermines the entire patch, which is reverting the time between turbo build placements to pre-season 4.3 patch levels, going from 0.5 seconds to 1.5 seconds. All those hours that you've wasted in Playground are actually wasted like the playgrounds of your childhood now that Epic has nerfed the core gameplay mechanic of building. Thus, now the skill gap that was restored with the Brute tweaks has once again been flattened. After the positive hashtag FortnitexMayhem that was trending this morning, the more negative hashtag Revert Turbo Building has had even more tweets in the afternoon. Oh, and to further piss you off, the Chug Splash item has had its throw time reverted to back when it was first introduced, so this way you can't toss out shit like rice at a wedding. Before you uninstall the game yet again after reinstalling it on Thursday, there are some new FortnitexMayhem challenges which are active for the next 2 weeks until the Pandora Rift Zone disappears, with eliminating 3 opponents at the Rift Zone, searching 7 of the new asset chests, gaining 500 shield from Pandora, collecting 10 cash from chests to earn the Psycho Spray, finding Claptrap's missing eye and then returning it to him, which can be found in the 2 locations shown on the screen here, to earn the Bunny Spray, and finally finding 3 different vault symbols, of which there are 5 that can be found on the map here, to net you the Vault Hunter banner. Complete all of the Welcome to Pandora tasks and you'll get the Mayhem wrap. Speaking of limited time challenges, the upcoming ones for this week for the peasants that don't have the battle pass, called Catastrophic, that will go live on Thursday, include dealing 100 damage to opponents with your pickaxe, 3 eliminations from at least 50 meters away, placing a trap in 3 different matches, getting a top 5 in duos or squads, so find a spot near the middle of the circle and hide, dealing 500 damage to opponents from above, visiting Lonely Lodge and Lazy Lagoon in the same matches is the only time you should ever visit those 2 spots, and searching 7 chests at Shifty Shafts if you enjoy looting in a maze, or Haunted Hills if you just can't escape those fucking Halloween stores popping up in abandoned Toys R Us buildings around this time of the year. Complete 3 of these to unlock this loading screen here, a sexualized version of the nuke symbol, but there are coordinates for the hidden battle star, which is located on a hill west of Fatal Fields with the house that has posters in it, which I'll come back to later, that that is shown on the map on screen here. Now for players that did pay extra for the honey-do list, like a forgetful husband, the blockbuster mission tasks, which are not related to risky reels, as some may have thought, but instead for the block and Dusty Depot, which dust rhymes with bust, and this was the area that went boom after season 4. They are landing in Dusty Depot and then visiting the meteor in a single match, so get ready to build some stairs, harvesting 300 materials at the block, landing at a rundown hero mansion, which is east of Lonely Lodge, and an abandoned villain hideout east of Snobby Shores, dealing 250 damage while being affected by low gravity, which is either in Loot Lake itself or after you've consumed one of those items from the Crater Rift zone that originated from Dusty Divot after the meteor strike, searching between a basement film camera near Shifty Shafts, a snowy stonehead by the frozen lake, and a flashy gold big rig that intersects at this hill here north of Shifty Shafts, which can be found in the grassy spot in the snow-covered hill located on the map here, consuming 10 fruit, mushrooms, or glitch forage items, and claiming vending machines in 3 different matches. Complete all of those challenges to prestige the mission for more difficult tasks, 3 eliminations at Dusty Depot or the meteor, searching 7 chests or ammo boxes at the block, which should be easy if the current block carries over, which is how I did most of my smash and grab challenges this week, searching 7 chests at those aforementioned hero mansion or villain lair locations, dealing 500 damage with explosives just in time for the shield bubble in order to deflect them, searching between a rotary phone, fork knife, and a hilltop house with an Omega and Carbide poster, which intersects in this area west of Fatal Field shown on the map on screen here, consuming 8 fruit, mushrooms, or glitch forage items in a single match, and harvesting 300 mats at the block or Dusty Depot in a single match. Additionally, next Thursday challenges, both free and paid, have also been leaked. The free ones are called The Return and are 1 sniper rifle elimination, outlasting 150 opponents in solos or duos mode, dealing 500 damage with scope weapons, which is similar to the task from this week, searching 7 ammo boxes at Fatal Fields or Lonely Lodge, using 2 different throwable items in the same match, visiting Loot Lake and Sunny Steps in the same match 2 times, which you should do the former and use the rift to get to the latter, and finally landing on top of a floating island in Meteor 2 times, which hints that the floating island from season 6 is making its return. By completing 3 of these challenges, you'll get this loading screen here, which gives us a better idea of where and what the floating island will be, as we see it above Fatal Fields, containing the motel point of interest that is originally from where the current location of the block resides. So Kevin returns. You can actually see the hidden battle star. It's spotted in the loading screen at the end of the pier, so head to that spot in Fatal Fields in order to collect the reward. The Battle Pass mission list, called Boogie Down after Epic tried to cover up how shitty its security was by giving out a free emote for 2-factor authentication, has the following challenges: hitting 2 opponents with a boogie bomb, dancing in front of a bat statue, probably somewhere in Haunted Hills, in a way above ground pool, of which the only pool that I could actually think of is in Paradise Palms, but it isn't above ground, so maybe this could be the empty motel pool on that floating island that we saw earlier, and on a seat for giants, of which there was an oversized throne challenge way back in season 5, but it had to do with the now existent flush factory and a wooden structure south of Shifty Shafts, but it's unclear exactly where to complete this challenge would be. Let me know down below in the comments if you have any ideas on this one. Getting in a limb with a shotgun, AR, and SMG, which are the only weapons you should be using in every match anyways, traveling 100 meters while dancing, so get down on that driftboard, visiting an oversized piano, which is east of Lonely Lodge, destroying 3 no dancing signs, which will probably be in these locations here, but this is from one of the season 7 challenges, so the signs might have moved since, and dancing in a brute in 3 different matches because Epic put so much effort into that animation, so might as well reap the rewards. Complete all of these challenges to prestige the mission for hard mode engage, to damage 2 opponents affected by a boogie bomb, doing that previous bust a move challenge in a single match instead of visiting all 3 of those locations at your own pace, getting an elimination with a sniper rifle, pistol, and explosive weapon, which are items that you shouldn't normally take, dancing with others to raise the disco ball in an icy airplane hangar in Frosty Flights, which isn't easy if you're hashtag forever alone, playing the sheet music at an oversized piano, which is a callback to a prior season's challenge, doing an emote after opening up a supply drop in 3 different matches, and moving to the rhythm of the dance club east of Happy Hamlet behind the DJ booth with the Yonder outfit, which is unlocked at tier 47 of the Battle Pass. There are also challenges that have been leaked for an Arachnid pack that is most definitely just a skin style for the Spider Knight, but instead of being free to those that own the original, it's a brand new pack that's purchasable with a different color palette and the minimal type of effort for maximum profit that you come to expect from Epic. The bundle comes with the Rogue Spider Knight skin and Rogue Spider Shield back bling that then have styles for each earnable via completing the following set of to-dos: playing a match of Battle Royale, which is the whole reason why you'd want this bundle in the first place, right? Landing at 3 different name locations, searching 5 chests, and finally starting or joining a creative server for those that don't feel like playing the real game and rather just dick around around with the new Borderlands assets. Since we're on the subject of outfits, there's definitely new things to play dress up with in a shooter that were data mined, with skins being Aeronaut now that they can be more blatant about the Borderlands ripoffs after partnering with Gearbox, and the Arrow Axe Harvester to round out the set. There's a Vulture skin that only looks like the animal of the same name in the collar of the jacket, with the Containment Pack back bling, Blue Bolt pickaxe, and dual Defiant glider in the Airstrike set. Sledge if you're into buckles and ties, not hammers, with the Impact Edge Harvester, and Stronghold back bling with the Heavy Hitter set, and Hard Charger because all of the skins need to be fully masked and helmeted, with the Moto Case back bling and Stunt Cycle glider in the RPM set because apparently Epic ran out of color palettes besides black and yellow. There are also wraps with the Corrupted that don't match the color scheme of those zones with the same name from Season 6, Square Stream that actually has the correct polygon name this time, Angular Flow that sounds like a symptom for prostate cancer, Fingerprint which will make it easier to keep tabs on the player that you're owning, and Taffy, the most annoying type of candy. Lastly, in leaked cosmetics are emotes with a jitterbug that's a dance from the 40s that you need a partner for, but since Fortnite is for losers that can't find one, this is just limbs flailing wildly to try to take back tiki torches from racist connotations and instead remind people of how good Survivor used to be. Llama Conga, that's a ripoff of the NWO Wolfpack, and hang on for when Fortnite gets too sweaty for your shite ass, but everybody still keeps building past you even with the turbo build nerfs. Besides other leaked assets for the floating island, with Kevin the Cube having 3D models and a minimap location, there's also the Zapper Trapper, which seems to be a laser or fire version of the Ceiling Zapper electric trap from the Save the World mode that was also seen in one of the OG trailers for Fortnite Battle Royale before the traps were eventually just all folded into one damaged spike trap. Unlike the Battle Royale mode, traps have specific surfaces that they can stick to in Save the World, and there kind of is a similar concept with certain traps like the launch pad and Cozy Campfire only being able to be placed on the ground versus a ceiling or wall, but it remains to be seen what this trap will do when introduced. Lastly in leaks is this loading screen here, which depicts various skins looking on in awe, and in some cases running from mean-looking people on a flying motel sign. Considering that the motel isn't currently on the Fortnite map anywhere, and we already know based on other assets that it will be on top of the floating island that will be part of the time-free challenges starting next Thursday, this might be the loading screen for Week 7's challenges that are yet to be named. Thus, both the motel and floating island will eventually land somewhere. As you can see, the ATK vehicle that could also be returning, however, even though the mountain in the background points to the original location of the motel, kind of near where the block is right now, it's unclear exactly where its final resting place will be. You can, however, see a hidden battle star within the loading screen, so wherever the motel winds up, that'll be the place where you need to find that hidden banner. Anyways, what do you think of the Borderlands tie-in with Epic also turning back the clock on not just the map, but turbo building changes introduced way back in Season 4 being loathed even more than the Brute itself? Congrats, Epic, you found a way for people to finally get over the mech. Keep your eyes out for Kevin. I've been the Schwantz27, out like Andrew Luck. Until next time.